Welcome back to Ben's Book Club. Today, we are diving into the book Surrounded by Idiots by Thomas Erikson. It's a book with a title that, let's be honest, probably makes you nod your head a little bit. We've all been there. Come on, you've thought this, right? Well, the big idea in this book is that you're probably wrong. The issue isn't that people are idiots. No, it's something else entirely. The whole thing kicks off with a story about this super frustrated entrepreneur. He just got out of a disastrous meeting, and he's completely convinced his entire team is incompetent. But the author, who is a behavioral expert, he points to a totally different culprit. See, the central argument is this. The frustration we feel isn't about stupidity. It's about a fundamental mismatch in how we all communicate. It's like we're all broadcasting on different radio frequencies, and nobody's bothering to tune in. So to fix this, Erikson gives us a really simple but incredibly powerful framework. It's based on the well-known DISC model, and he color codes human behavior into 4 easy-to-remember types. And this framework is a total game changer. Instead of judging people as difficult, you start seeing them as just a different color. And that shift from judgment to analysis, that's the key to unlocking way better communication. The basic map is super simple. It just boils down to 2 axes. Are you more extroverted or introverted? And are you more focused on tasks or on people? This simple grid gives us our 4 colors. All right, first up, the reds. These are your drivers. They are ambitious, direct, and they move fast. They're all about getting things done, and they want them done like yesterday. Reds are born leaders, and they're incredibly efficient. Now, on the flip side, they can definitely come across as bossy or impatient. And their absolute biggest fear? Wasting time and losing control of the situation. Next up, let's talk about the yellows. These are your social energizers, the optimists, the life of the party. They're the ones who light up a room with a million ideas and a ton of enthusiasm. Yellows are incredibly charismatic and fantastic at big picture thinking. But yeah, they can be a bit scattered and they tend to avoid the nitty-gritty details. Their biggest fear is pretty simple: being ignored or facing social rejection. Okay, now let's just take a breath and slow things way down for the greens. These are the ultimate team players. They are calm, patient, and incredibly loyal. They're all about harmony and they thrive in stable, peaceful environments. And here's something that might blow your mind. Erikson points out that a huge part of the population, we're talking around 80%, is either green or has green as their main mix. They are the quiet majority. And once you get that, so much starts to make sense. Like why big, sudden changes in a company always seem to face so much passive resistance. You're working against the core nature of most of the people there. Greens are just amazing listeners, and they provide incredible support. But that desire for stability means they can really resist change. And they will do almost anything to avoid conflict. That's their single biggest fear. Finally, we have the blues. These are the analysts, the thinkers. They are precise, detail-oriented, and really systematic. For them, it is all about the facts, the data, and doing things the right way. Blues are absolute masters of accuracy and planning. They'll spot risks that nobody else sees. Their weakness? They can get completely stuck in analysis paralysis, which makes them seem slow or overly critical. Their deepest fear is being unprepared, which could lead to them being wrong. Okay, so we know the types. Great. But what do we actually do with this information? Well, the real power comes from adapting your style. It's all about learning to speak their language. And adapting is actually pretty simple. With a red, you just get straight to the point. With a yellow, bring the energy and focus on the exciting big idea. For a green, be patient, be reassuring. And for a blue, you absolutely 100% must bring the data. So as we start to wrap this up, it's really important to remember the goal here. This system isn't about putting people in neat little boxes. It's about something much more constructive than that. So first off, know yourself. What color are you? Second, learn to adapt. It's the key to being effective. And remember that the best teams need a healthy balance of all 4 colors. But most importantly, see these differences as predictable patterns, not as personal flaws. Now, it's fair to ask, is this real psychology or is it just a handy but kind of simple label? Look, critics call it pop psychology, but its fans argue that its simplicity is its greatest strength. It gives you a practical tool you can use immediately. And that's really the ultimate message of the book. It's not about analyzing people to death. It's about connecting with them. Because once you stop seeing those differences as flaws, you can finally start building better bridges to the people around you.
Subscribe so you don't miss an episode.